Hi everyone, it's Jason again. I decided to step off the field a little bit right now and talk about something I probably should have talked about sooner. It's positions on a football field. Now, a lot of you guys probably already know the positions of the football field, but I got my handy dandy dry erase board, some dry erase markers, and obviously something to wipe it off. And I'm going to go over the positions on offense and defense. Just their names and some basic knowledge of them. Okay? So, what you initially have is we're going to talk offense first. Alright? You have your offensive line and you have your backs and you have your receivers. Now, we're going to start with the line first. What you have on the line, alright, is you have your center right here. Right there, that's your center. You have a guard, tackle, a guard, and a tackle. Now, you guys see this, right? Your center, alright, behind your center, or the one they call snaps the ball, or a snapper, you have a QB, which is your quarterback. And behind the quarterback, you have running backs. Now, I'm going to go off a standard 11-man field. Alright? 11-man field. You have up to 4 people in the backfield. This is called the backfield. This is called the line of scrimmage right in front of these guys, alright? This is the line of scrimmage. This is the backfield. You have a maximum of 4 in the backfield, a minimum of 1. That means your quarterback, or whoever's receiving the ball from this quarterback, is going to be your lone man. Now, you also have, so say we went a basic wishbone. A basic wishbone is you got your center, quarterback, you got a fullback, and you got a halfback, alright? Which, or other terms, running backs. These are all your backs. So these are all your running backs. Quarterback, fullback, halfback. Alright? There's other formations that you do. You do I formations, you do broken T, shotgun, but I'm gonna work off the basic wishbone because it shows a lot more. Alright? So how many guys on the field right now is this? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means there's 9 players on the field right now. You have room for 2 more. Alright? This formation, some people do what they have. They have a tight end. Now, the tight end can go on either side of the tackle. They're usually the farthest man out, and they're on either side of the tackle. All right? That, depending on the formation of the play, is where you put your tight end. So for my drawing, I'm going to put the end right there. I'm going to put him on the quarterback's right side. That's the quarterback's right side. All right? And then I'm going to put a wide receiver over here. Now, wide receiver is usually right up on the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is that line. It's an imaginary line that divides the offense and the defense. Alright? Usually it's where you need 4 downs for a first down. You need to get first down in 4 downs, and you need to typically get 10 yards to get a first down. Right? You have 4 chances, which is 4 downs to get a first down, to move the ball forward. Alright? This is called the line of scrimmage. This is where the ball is put when the play before has initially stopped. It's an imaginary line that divides the offense and the defense in a football game. All right. You could take these halfbacks or running backs and put them on the line to have them become receivers. You can put running backs in this position. You can put running backs over here, wide receivers. You could do any combination of receivers / runners. All right. So that's your basic wishbone 11-man field. Flag. I work 8 players on the field, so I have to adjust my strategy towards what I got. But your basic football is 11 mans on the field, 11 man offense, 11 man defense, so that's a total of 22 guys on the field. All right. Like I said, you got your center, which is the one who snaps the ball to the quarterback. Now the quarterback can either throw it to a receiver, which is your wide receivers or ends, or hand it off, or throw it to one of your backfield, depending on the play and the formation. All right. So again, center, guard. This is your left guard. It's your right guard. Left tackle, right tackle, and I put the end on the right on this play. It's always towards what the quarterback is. If it's quarterback's right, quarterback's left. All right. We'll go over the holes and routes another time. All right. So quarterback, the center or your snapper is the one who snaps to the quarterback. Quarterback only throws it to wide receivers, which is your ends, wide receivers, and backs, or hands it off to your backs, your running backs. All right. Your tackle and your guard and center technically cannot get the ball. They're ineligible receiver, or what they're considered an ineligible receiver. All right. So this is your offense positions. All right. That's your offensive positions. Center, quarterback, fullback, halfback / running backs, wide receivers, tackle, guard, center, and ends. All right. And like I said, they're in formations. There's other formations. Names may vary and change. Like you'll have wingman, you'll have twins, right? You know, your halfbacks will come to receivers, you know, depending on all that. But this is your basic offense. All right. Now I'm going to go over your basic defensive positions. Remember your guards, your center, guard, and tackle, their primary job is to protect the ball carrier, be it the quarterback or the running back. All right. Certain plays will determine which person they block on defense. All right. So our next little thing is defense. All right. Defense, you have 11 positions also. Like I said, there's 11 offensive players and 11 defensive players in your standard football game. Like I said, I coach usually the 5 to 7-year-olds and flag, and that's usually 8 players. So I have to adjust my defense and offense according to that. Some leagues play 5-on-5, some play 3-on-3, some play, you know, each out just, and you adapt and adjust whatever your league states that you play. So I have to, like me, I have to take 11 players and I got to knock it down to 8 players. But the concepts and the positions are all the same. The concepts are the same, their jobs. All right. So I'm going to use a different color besides black for defense. All right. I'll use blue. All right. Make it a little bit different. All right. I'll use my handy dandy dry erase board. On defense, they're depending on the formation. Again, depends on what some of them are called. We'll go over a few variations. All right, but you have a basic. There's basic ones. and I'm going to go over them with you right now. So you can have a nose. They have what they call, and before I do this, offensive positions. I know I wrote the letters on there, but offensive positions are usually indicated with a circle. All right, the circles, X's and O's. O's are usually used for your offense. X's are usually used for your defensive positions. But I happen to write the letter for you so you can see where exactly those positions are and what they're called. Now defense, and I'm going to do that with defense too. Defense, one of the formations you would have a nose guard. Navy blue wasn't the right color to use. You know what? I'm going to switch to black. Black is easier to see apparently. So I'm going to erase this. We'll go black again. So you have a nose guard or nose tackle. I'm going to put NT for nose guard, okay? Or nose tackle, I mean. You have another defensive tackle. Defensive tackle. You have a defensive end. Defensive end. Or sometimes they're called outside linebackers. Depending on the formation you use. They're either called defensive end or outside linebackers. You have defensive tackles and you have a nose guard. All right, nose tackle, nose guard, whatever your league calls them. They usually line up on the center. Your tackles usually line up on your guards. Your D ends usually line up on your tackles or your D end. All right. So they're either D ends or outside linebackers. Okay. All right. You have your inside linebackers. Actually, I correct myself. Your nose tackle line up in your nose tackle will line up on your center. Tackles will line up on your tackle, and your inside linebackers will line up on the guards, the offensive guards. So I stand corrected. I fix myself. I do that once in a while. I'll always correct myself. So again, your nose tackle or your nose guard will line up on your center. Defensive tackles will line up on your tackles, the offensive tackles, and your inside linebackers will line up on your guards, the offensive guards. And your outside linebackers or your D ends will line up on your ends, depending on they have to adjust with the tight end and wide receivers. Then usually have a strong safety, which is like is a defensive back. All right, he's like the one that likes to. They do a lot of blitz. Strong safeties do a lot of blitz plays. You have a cornerback, a free safety. All right. Cornerbacks and your free safeties are usually your fastest guys on the team. There usually no wide receivers should be behind them. They have to be deeper than the deepest man on the field. All right. So these three are usually your fastest, strongest guys on the team. Strong safety is yours. He's fast, but he's strong. He's built like a linebacker, but he's a fast linebacker. And your linebackers are your fast linemen, pretty much. In general speaking. So, again, there's your defense. This is your defense. Imaginary line of scrimmage. And I'll show you, approximately where, let's say I'll put an end here. And a wide receiver over here. Alright. So you got your nose tackle, nose guard, defensive tackles, defensive end or outside linebackers, your inside linebackers, your strong safety, your free safety, and your cornerbacks. And no one should be deeper than your cornerbacks or free safety. They are the deepest men on the field when there's a play. Ideally, that's what's supposed to happen. Your cornerbacks will line up with your receivers. They will adjust with your receivers and your running backs. All right. So this is your defense. Now this is your standard 3-4 defense because you got 3 linemen and 4 back behind them. This is your standard 3-4. All right. Because your defensive ends will be all set a little bit, so there'll be more of an outside linebacker. All right. So I hope you guys learned something with that. Again, there's going to be more coming. I hope that self-explanatory is a little bit more of the positions. And I'll go over gaps, holes, routes, coverage, in a later date. I just wanted to get this out there too. All right. Thank you for watching. If you like the presentation, like how I teach, give me a call, comments. Feel free to, say you want. I'm not going to take any offense. Like I said, this is not a certification. This is just my knowledge getting out there and how I was taught. This does not certify anybody. This is just me presenting my knowledge. Like I said, I'm going to get a lot of criticism. That happens. But in no way, shape, form, this is certification for anything. Right? Just me posting my knowledge. So, until next time, guys, be young, have fun, keep playing football.